Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Ramadan. I'll be doing the next episode for you guys, and this is actually our final installment of the 11th hour. This is the last co-op mission in Battlefield 3, and that's pretty much what we're doing. We're going to be jumping right into this. We're going to be killing some foes, talking about Battlefield 4 on the destructibility scale, and a little bit more information regarding anything else that we happen to come up with, such as rent a server and all that other stuff that's really skeptical, and a lot of people want to put their input in on it. But anyway, guys, without further ado, I will pretty much start the conversation, and let's get started. So, as you guys took note, Battlefield 4, phenomenal, graphically inclined at the highest max settings that I think we've seen in some time. Everything seemed to run really smooth, and granted, their PC rig is phenomenal. I mean, it costed a few $1,000s. It has the best equipment currently in it, so that's why everything looked good. But how's this going to look for people that are, standard gamers? Maybe they don't have couple $1,000s to spend on their equipment. For PC, console, obviously all you have to do is buy your next-gen console and you're all good to go. But in the case of PC, I imagine that graphics cards and all that stuff are going to play a huge role, so we'll obviously have to do some upgrading, if that is at the current moment. If your PC rig is not the most expensive, then you should be fine. I mean, there should be no problems there. You should be able to play the game how you so wish. But anyway, I guess to really talk about the explosions, phenomenal. The map, just mind-blowing. I have never seen a map so beautiful, especially in a video game, in quite some time, and I look forward to it. I think a lot of us are looking forward to the destructibility and all the advancements that Battlefield 4 is going to be bringing to us. But on the same par level, there are obviously a few things to take note of. We obviously did see the commands and all that stuff for the returning vehicles that will always be coming back, it seems like, and that's no big deal. But I guess to place this into action, I just thought it was phenomenal. I imagine that the next-gen consoles will probably play compared to a PC, maybe on like high settings. I don't think they'll probably go ultra because the next-gen is not going to have the best graphics cards and CPU. So there is some slight issues with that, but that's just kind of how the cookie crumbles. But before I take up too much of the microphone, I'll let Noob talk about his impressions of the destructibility and all that scale, give some references, and from there we'll continue.
I think that destructibility looked like it was actually going to make a return from Battlefield Bad Company 2 and its absence in Battlefield 3. It looked very nice, but as all of you know, it was single player, and single player usually expedites planned and scripted destruction. But I hope that they do more with destruction. I mean, I love destruction. I think that that's a main selling point for Battlefield for me, and it changes gameplay up. I think they need to bring that back more to the multiplayer, or I think it would be a little too much. And I think that's really all I gotta say. So if you want to bring us to another topic, go ahead.
Yeah, as he brought up Bad Company 2, Bad Company 2 had a large-scale destructibility, and it was pretty cool. I mean, it wasn't maybe like, buildings collapsing 3 stories big and anything like that, but it was the small scale, kind of like, I guess, on a large scale at the time, but, we saw buildings collapse. That was just something that was pretty new to a lot of us. Like, we hadn't seen stuff like that before. That wasn't something that we were accustomed to. But anyway, I guess to really jump on to the next one, rent a server. Rent a server is something that people are all up in arms about because people don't like it for some reason. I don't see the reason why. I think it's because when people play the game like a bunch of dickholes, they don't want to see a repercussion happen, such as a kick or a ban. Now, am I saying that's always the case, that somebody's always being a complete cocksucker? No, I have definitely got kicked out of my fair share of lobbies for just being, exceptionally well, or, I guess gifted in the department of doing consistent. And, people don't want to lose. People don't want to get their ass handed to them. And believe me, we've all seen it. We've all had our moments. Even if you're not the biggest MLG pro in the world, everybody has had their moments where they've just stomped the shit out of some team. And, the other team that happened to be admins, and, they threw a little bit of a hissy fit, started crying, and bunkered down into their corner. But, I would like to see Rent a Server come back. I would like to also see the ability to ban selected weapons in the server. And, I guess my reason is because you guys know I'm not too much of a sniper advocate. I would like to see maybe the ability to disable selected classes without having to be like, hey guys, please don't use sniper rifles. If you do it, I'm going to have to kick you. And there's always going to be that guy out there that's like, no, they won't kick me. I'm the exception to the rule. But, I always kick people that, if it's my server, obviously I have the ability to, set the rules. But I guess that's how I see fit. But, you know, do I want to see it in the return of Battlefield 4? Of course I do. I don't want to be playing no conquest shit. I would like to find maps that are only Bazaar, and, you know, the list goes on. Or whatever map, you know, Battlefield 4, you know, whatever a really good map is that's going to play good on all the systems and is a very consistent map, and, you know, whatever I tend to go towards. So I guess that's how I view it. I'll let Noob kind of give his reasoning if he likes the whole rent-a-server thing, or if he's completely against it, or what logic.
I think rent-a-server, it's all up to the person who's holding the credit card. If they want to go ahead and do what they want to do, sure. But there has to be some form of point where they can't just be a complete dick with their money, but that's usually an issue. You have to find a server where you won't get kicked for doing well or just doing alright, because admins want to win. I mean, some people are assholes, some people don't care, and that's something that's completely up to the power of the consumer. I mean, run a server is a service that you have to pay for, so people have the right to do whatever they want with their cash, but at the same time, they shouldn't be complete dickholes with it and get away with it.
Yeah, see, like, I agree. Like, I mean, I'm not completely for people, like, just kicking people because they're good. I'm just saying, like, you know, if the rules clearly state, like, hey, no M320s, and you're gonna try to test that, well, you shouldn't. You should have a repercussion. You know, it's just like trolling. You shouldn't have the ability to be like, nah, I'm not feeling that today. I kind of want to, you know, blow off the guy that's paying for the server for everyone's entertainment. But anyway, guys, I guess that's the main gist of it. I'd like to know what you guys think, because rent-a-server is definitely very skeptical. It's one of those things that people just, you know, they want to put their input on. I know a lot of you guys will probably agree to a certain extent that it's a good service. They're obviously, at the same expense, I realize that it's a bad service because people are not, you know, completely fair to each other. But anyway, guys, that will conclude the final episode and this playthrough. I appreciate you guys for staying tuned. If you've watched all of them, definitely drop a like, and if you would like to say in the comments that you watched them all, that would be much appreciated. Till then, guys, this is NMO, signing off. Peace.